I'm back.
Taking that
No
shit?
free, no free,
Yeah, bro.
no free promotions.
Es que cuando di el bajón, güey, de when I stopped using, food, everything se me vino, güey. Like, um, I, I don't even know how I'm alive, but se pinche azúcar, güey.
Oh, you want to see my four toes down?
That's why I respect that, bro. I know I need to be careful with what I. So not too long. Once I got sober, I I was more clear minded. I started focusing on my health. So I started taking my meds and like, cause I was feeling bad, bro. Like I had never felt lightheaded like that before. Um, I had never sentía que se me movía el piso, güey, like. So I was like, damn, there's something wrong. So I told my girl. My girl's like, dude, you go to the hospital. I'm not a believer of going to the hospital until I really started feeling sick, and then I I gave in. I was like, you know what, let's just go. Like the last time I got high, I took myself to the fucking emergency room.
Like high or high?
No, like high up
Okay.
there in the
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah, yeah.
Este, yeah, bro. I drove myself to the hospital. Fucking the doctor straight up said, "Hey, bro, you need to stop fucking around because you're gonna die." And I was like, "Fuck, bro!" Like, my girl was sitting there, and I was pretending to be clean, and then for her to find out, like, I was still on my
Damn.
bullshit, she just disappointed in me, bro.
Yeah.
And more, I was disappointed on myself because I was promising and promising and promising to myself that I was gonna stay clean. Pero no podía, no podía, no podía. And that was a day that I was like, fuck, dude, like I am gonna die one of these fucking days, you know?
But you know what's so funny is that you did do it.
And, thanks to God, bro, like I've given I've always been a man of faith, but now I'm really like praying every day. Um, I believe in higher power. I believe that there, for sure, there's something greater than us. Maybe angels. I believe a lot in angels. I believe in guardian angels, and I think a lot of the success my dad has. He's always had a good angel, and he was a man of God, bro. Like mi jefe, güey, no porque mi jefe y mi jefa too, bro. They were always been about like helping, the al prójimo, güey. That's how I was raised. You know what I mean?
That's crazy because for me, it's like, I was just telling him that I grew up I was born here in Lakeview Terrace, but I was raised in Guanajuato. And over there, pinche catedral is every other corner.
Yeah.
So we grew up Catholic. Cada domingo, we were at church. After that, we'd go out eat cabeza, whatever. And but obviously when we came back to the U.S., I don't know. I'll go. Kind of, we didn't keep that. We didn't keep going to church and things like that. And no te voy a decir que soy at that point que era muy religioso because I was kind of still kind of like trying to find myself. And hasta las señoras and señores would come up to me, bro, and they tenían su Biblia y todo esto, and they were like, mijo, Diosito te habla, he wants to talk to you. And I don't know, it was just something that came over me. We're like, no, gracias, pero todavía no estoy listo, right? And I don't know if you know this, but I'm dyslexic, right? So I've never in my life have read the Bible.
Can I ask you an honest question, bro?
That's what
Like,
we do.
what exactly is like dyslexia?
So from my understanding, right, is I've never been able to concentrate and read a book.
Okay, so then I think like
Just be real, be
yeah,
real.
like I have that. I have that. Or before I started smoking bud, I couldn't even if I read a paragraph over and over and over and over, I couldn't understand what I was reading, bro. I had that problem, and then I started smoking bud, and then I was able to like,
Oh shit,
yeah.
crazy.
This was when bro, throw all my. Well, sorry, but
No,
like,
yeah.
um, Yeah, so I've never known exactly what dyslexia was, but I don't know. So now that you say it, like I think I have some of that shit.
I didn't even know until later in the years, right?
Right.
Like maybe it was never caught, or sometimes I trip out on how did I even graduate high school, things like that. But where I was going with that is that I've never in my life have been able to like read the Bible, but there was a point in my time, like a point in my life where like, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna relate, where I hit my rock bottom,
Mhm.
right? And I think, and that came, with everything, right? Like I lost my parents at a young age, alcoholism, yo era bien pedo, man. I was just fucking all over the place, bro. Like DUIs, crashing my truck in the center divider of the 5 freeway, just so many, so much shit, and always wanting to be a better version of myself, right? So I was still kind of searching. Then, like, okay, I stopped drinking from one day to the next because I knew if I kept drinking, I was not gonna last. Went to doctors. They diagnosed me with the, bipolar depression. I started taking medication, depression, suicide, 5152 hold, y todo eso. Uh, but where I'm going with this is the fact that like I feel like I had to hit that rock bottom, and God gave me a second chance at life, which is the hood foodie. Because I come from a very dark past, right? I'm not, like everybody has a story, right? But I feel like I went through shit, and I had to hit the rock bottom, and I feel like, I mean, you've seen it, right? You've seen it. Like I'm, people call me one of the pioneers that started promoting taqueros and Instagram, and now que pinche taquero doesn't get showcased.
Facts,
You know what I'm
facts,
saying? Like, and
facts.
and it's not, it's not the people telling me, it's God telling me,
Yeah.
right? And it was something that since the hood footy started, it's just been going up, up, up. When you talk about guardian angels, obviously, like I've seen my dad, I've seen my mom. My mom's a little bit more shy, but my jefito, bro, like he's been part of this journey. I've seen him, like you know what I'm saying, like
We're not recording right yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh
recording.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like,
you guys want to trip out on like my dad because
yeah.
It's Leon, Guanajuato, right? Like
Simón.
so when I was starting, obviously when this whole thing was picking up, and you know, I don't know, I felt something in my heart. Like I felt my dad said, like, okay, well, you're featuring all these small businesses out here. Like, when are you gonna come back to where you grew, your childhood, and promote that, right? So I was like, and I don't know when I felt that way. I feel that it was like towards January. My wife out of nowhere, she's like, I know what I'm gonna get you for your birthday. And I was like, what? Te voy a dar un boleto para que vayas a la Feria de León. And I was like, hey, don't threaten me with the good time, right? So what was the trip about that is that, like, so yeah, I'm heading to León. I get to LAX, waiting for my flight. I'm at a bar, and for some reason they don't have cold beer, right? They don't have cold beer. So one of the customers are like, hey, can you give me ice for my beer, right? Bro, the only person that I knew that drank beer with ice was my jefito,
That's crazy.
right? So that's the begin. That's the
already a
first.
sign.
That's the first thing, right? I get to Leon, and I stay with my boy Christian and Leti. My friends out there, and I don't know the room that they placed me. I don't know. There was something about it. There was an energy.
At what part of Leon?
I'm not okay. This goes back to the what I was saying earlier. I have really bad memory, dog. So
Okay.
no te puedo decir qué callejón. No te, I like visually I can remember it, pero que te digan, oh no,
It's because Leon,
can't.
Leon is a big city.
Oh
Bro.
no, yeah, for sure, for
Leon
sure.
is probably what the size of LA, if not bigger.
Yeah,
Or,
probably that would
well,
say a
no,
little
I don't,
bigger. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, big, I
I
think
mean, when you
bigger,
say
right?
Guanajuato, pues
No,
it.
pero
Yeah,
just
yeah,
just Leon
yeah, yeah,
itself
yeah, yeah.
is Ciudad Grande. Like I want to say it's probably as the size of LA, porque está spread out. But yeah, back to your.
Yeah, so yeah, so I stay with them. They put me like in this little room, like a guest room, and I don't know. I was just there's something about it, right? And then I start seeing the light flicker, right? And it flickers. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I wake up the next morning with them, right, having breakfast, and I was like, hey, I don't know, there was something going on in the room. He's like, oh no, but I think it was Letty's dad. He had passed away, and that's where he would stay, right? So I was like, okay, didn't think nothing of it. Then we're having dinner, and Letty, bro, she's like, and this is like taking consideration that my dad's already been, he's he passed away years before,
Yeah.
right? We're at the dinner table, and Letty's are like, Pipi, Pipi, because they call me Pipi because of
Yeah.
Pipi La. And not only to find out that I'm actually born on the same day,
That's El Pipila.
at January
Hey,
3rd.
you
dog.
kind of do look like him, dog.
Oh, I'm saying the rock in my bag, baby.
Hey, yeah.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel that there's a connection with Pipila and then me kind of being a savior for people, like people. You know what I'm saying? Like for the people type of shit. Like
Yeah.
I have I don't know, something that just something, right?
Yes, sir.
But going back to the story, like I'm having dinner with them, and Leti's all like, Pipi, Pipi. And I'm like, ¿qué onda, Leti? She's like, oye, tu papá quiere hablar contigo. Cabrón, what do you mean he wants to talk to me? He's like, oh no, like he wants to talk to you through me.
Oh, shit.
So only to find out that her family is some of the biggest names when it comes to mediums. Like people that tell the future, that can read, that talk to, like the dead y todo eso. And that they had a nephew that was like a 13-year-old kid that he was sat out by like people would come from all over the world to connect with this kid, right? But no, yeah, I was able to talk to my dad through her, and obviously, like I saw her, I wasn't there for you, blah 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 blah. So yeah, then that happened, and then towards the end of the trip, I wanted to make sure that I was grateful to them, so I took them out for breakfast, this and that, and as I was telling them all the shit that happened through the trip about my dad, what happens? The fucking light flickers above me, bro,
Yeah.
and it's like, that's my jefito, dog.
Yeah.
That's him. Like he's been a part of my success, my jefita. I feel like some of my aunts that have passed away. So I too want to believe that there is guardian angels, that are there for us. That just keep helping us in the process, type of thing.
Most definitely. Um, I'm 100% with that, bro. Yo, when we lost my sister, and I always speak about her, bro, because she was very important. She was the why or the reason, like once she passed, I felt her with me throughout the process, like growing up, during the bad times, I felt her presence. During the good times, I felt her presence. She passed away when she was 23. I was 11.
Damn.
So me growing up, I always felt her with me, bro. Even like when it came down to like strapping on the boots and starting to help the jefitos too, it was like the signs were there, like, hey, motherfucker, like this is what in my mind I would think, like she would tell me this is what I would do if I was alive, and then boom, I'll execute, and then I'll be like, all right, cool, this should work, and then I'll just keep thinking that in my mind, but she's been my guardian angel, and yeah, bro, I believe in that faithfully. Another time también, una señora que nos ayudaba at the restaurant, Tita, rest in peace. She was like friend of the family for years. She would cook with us, bro. She started helping me out at the restaurant, and then she's like, hey, teach me how to cook. I taught her how to cook, and then she ended up passing. She's like I want to say like 65.
Yeah.
She passed away last year, bro. Y luego un día after cleaning, the
Yeah,
like,
because she used to cook, and I had just started working at the restaurant. So I would see her struggle washing the caso, so I would always volunteer. Hey, Tita, I got you.
Yeah.
So when they started teaching me how to wash the caso, she would make me like really scrub it, like como una señora, like old school lady,
Yeah.
Tú déjalo, and then one day she brought me a penny, like a brand new uncirculated penny, like it looked pink.
brand new one. Yeah.
Not even copper, it looked pink,
Yeah.
And she's all like, mira, cuando lo laves, quiero que quede así, right?
Damn.
Anyway,
Comparison.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, old school stuff. And after the passing, after everything we found out, boom, 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 one day we get to the restaurant, and there's a penny inside the caso, you know, and I knew automatically. I was like,
Such a
oh,
lovely lady, bro.
yeah, I was like, that's
She actually rescued me, uh, like when I was down bad. She would always look for me, bro. Like it was like a mother figure to me because siempre me buscaba, güey. Like it was, and I would trip out like, damn, this lady, she really does care for me, you know. And then when I needed somebody, she came through, bro. She came knocking. She's like, hey, I want to invite you to this program. Are you down to go? And I was like, well, what is it, you know? She's like, just promise me that if you go, just go through it. And I was like, you know what? I got love for you because you look for me, you know? Like, out of respect, I'm going to finish this program. So, se llama Misión Vital. And shout out to Misión Vital, bro. Like, they really are a program that got me back on track. You know, I was still, I was still using, but mentally it put me more on the track. And it's a program that it's they just reignite that flame that we sometimes forget about, and it dims, and they just bring that fucking excitement of life again, like to just be alive was already like a reminder to me. So that really helped me a lot, because in those años, we perdí two of my homies, two really close friends to drug addiction. You know what I mean? Alcohol. So that really hurt me, bro, because they were really like my boys, you know.
Yeah.
So when that happened, sí me agüité, güey, like not knowingly, sí me agüité, because when I caught myself, I was already down bad too. But you know, I just think about how they would want me to be sober. Like if they were still alive, bro, they would want me. They would want the best for me, you know. So in honor of them, I'm staying sober, and in on to for myself, like I'm staying sober for my family. I'm staying sober, you know. Pero like, sorry, I went.
No, it's all good.
I always
bro.
drift off. Fucking.
And just to start off again, pretty much and that's the reason like we kind of named it like this podcast is called like Siempre Pendiente. Like we're always gonna be kind of like there's always something pending. To keep in touch, to stay focused, to remind each other. That if I'm going through it, I can call him. I can always pick up the phone and say, hey man, I'm fucking struggling. I don't feel myself right now. I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I'm not moving. I feel stuck. He listens. I get it off my chest, and I feel much better. And that's kind of like the reason of the whole siempre pendiente.
And sorry. But speaking on that, I want to first say congratulations to my boy, because I know you're 7 months.
No, actually going on 10 months.
10 months.
10 months, yeah. Thank you.
And in honor of that, back in the day, my sisters used to call him Rocky, because he looked like Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
So I kind of wanted to drift your mind back to that childhood.
Oh, shit.
And to remind you, bro, that you're a champion. So this one, I got it off.
Oh, shit.
Dang.
So this is 1993.
Oh, damn. That's tight.
It's a painting, no?
Yeah, it's
Damn, that's
so I believe Planet Hollywood released these back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And
Damn, man. I didn't
so
know. This is unexpected. I didn't know anything.
you know how I like going to this it's como una vintage store.
Yeah.
And I walked in there, I seen this one, I was like, hey, that's my boy right there.
I'll put it on the next spot. On the next spot, I'll put it on. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No matter what the fucking life brings, you gotta stay true to yourself.
Thank you, man.
So, this is a gift for
Gracias.
So thank you for allowing me to be part of this.
Oh, man. Thank you for being here. and talking about being here, I think he needs a proper introduction.
Yes,
Billy,
sir.
So can you please introduce our guest, our first guest?
So, me and my boy go back. I want to say 10 years or a little more than that.
It's been a minute.
You know, from what I can see, from outside of the box, he's a family man first. He's a fucking excellent father, excellent husband. I may not like reach out all the time, but I see it, bro. You are a fucking great person, very helpful to the community, especially to the taco community. You know, the way you show yourself it's amazing, and I want to give it up to the homie, the hood foodie. Yeah, everybody. Okay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This is my boy, and he recently went to the Fairmont spot and did a video for the family. Well, he that's love that he included the family, and I think it was only right for me to ask him about doing something together, and here we are. So welcome to Siempre Pendiente podcast, the One Take Boys.
The One Take Boys.
Yeah, but
that means we don't edit this thing.
Yeah.
Like you say, we kind of go raw, like, that's why when I asked you about, what are you comfortable with?
I'm
And
good,
you're like, you're good.
I'm good.
That's what we, this
Yeah.
is how we do the episodes, kind
I,
of like.
I definitely roll with the punches, and
just
know,
like Rocky right here, dog, look at it.
so yeah, I mean, for me, it's always an honor, and I'm always grateful for people that give me a voice. Yeah, like Billy said, man, I mean, I got into this food. I apparently I'm one of the pioneers, of the first foodies out here, to promote small businesses on Instagram. Y ahorita que pinche taquero doesn't get showcased, right? But yeah, that's just here and there, and the way that the project came about is that my boy Anthony from the New York media company, he reached out to me and he said, hey, you know what? I would love to collaborate with you. Obviously, work together, grow together.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, oh shit, like what kind of project can I do? I was in my head, and then there's always been a connection with Carnitas El Momo because of the fact that I grew up in León, Guanajuato, and the carnitas are estilo Salamanca, Guanajuato. And then when I got into the foodie game, right, like when I came across you guys, it was kind of like, oh shit, like when I took a bite of the taco, it was like the first bite that took me back to my childhood, right? So then I was like, you know what, I think that would be kind of like it just like you said, right, it just organically happened.
Simon.
Right, so it was like, oh yeah, Carnitas El Momo, like the first bite that took me back, León, Guanajuato, I wore my jersey, todo esto,
Yeah.
and that's how basically that was put together, and they, they loved it, right? I didn't want them to try the food until they were in front of the camera to get like the organic reaction, but as you guys, if you guys see the episode, man, it's real, it's raw, it's inspiring, and I did love the format. So I don't know if Anthony's gonna kind of want to keep doing that, or I definitely want to kind of run with it, right? Pero no, yeah, Canitas El Momo has always had a special place in my heart, regardless, like you said, right? Sometimes we might not communicate, or but we see each other. We real recognizes real.
I mean, we met through a very special person, dear to both of us. You know what I mean? Which is Chuy. Rest in peace, the homie. So I was telling you earlier, the way I met Chuy was through my homie David, who they both worked at the Hollywood Bowl, and then my friend David from high school brought Chuy over. And then Chuy brought Bill, and then that's how we got, on fucking. Bro, I didn't even have Instagram. I didn't have none of that, bro. The Instagram me lo abrió un sobrino. Shout out to Dandy, bro. He came to the truck. At that time, I was like, we got our food truck. I was pumped up to start selling, like, legit, reporting and all that shit. So I was trying to. I was trying to hustle, dog.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so salía del jale y luego me ponía a vender ahí en la Fairmont en la tarde, güey, Thursday and Friday. Uh, everybody would be, I was dead, bro. Like, no, no llegaba nadie and shit. But, you know, I just kept fucking at it anyway. Dandy llega one day and he's like, hey, why don't you open a Instagram? And I was like, ¿qué es eso, güey, you know? So, me lo abre, güey, me lo deja with like, I don't know. I don't even know how many followers, pero me lo dejó. And then he's like, hey, promote that you're selling there. So I started doing the whole Instagram thing. This is probably like 2012.
Damn.
2012. And then if you go to our Instagram page all the way to the bottom, you see the post. You see, well, you know, we got traction. And then we did the Taco Madness. But, you know, Chuy was the one that introduced us to this game of like the taco events and this and that.
Yeah.
And then he introduced me to you, and that's how we met. But by the way, Chuy was a very, you know, loving person from the community, especially to the community, bro. Ese güey sí era para la gente, güey. Ese güey sí te llevaba to the local spots, to like the mom and pops, the hole in the walls, and I love all that, bro, because that's how I got introduced to the game when I was 15. Mi jefe, güey, lo llevábamos al hospital en Tijuana. Y while he was hospitalized, I used to, you know, do my taco runs. This was like in the 90s, 2000s. I was like 15 y ya me salía yo a comer tacos, güey. And that's how I started peeping the game. Like, okay, they fucking do the tacos here different than fucking LA. So I started. My first taco spot. I had just turned 18, bro. My brother me pasó un carrito taquero. I started selling in front of my jefas, and I was doing handmade tortillas just like TJ, bro.
Damn.
Carne al carbón, and then, you know, Tijuana style tacos,
Yeah.
like in 2000, 2005, bro.
Wait. So you started a carrito before getting involved with Carnitas El Momo?
Yeah, so my parents had a restaurant.
Yeah.
So yo de ahí me iba para la casa, güey, y ahí vendía yo, because I wanted to do Tijuana style tacos.
Yeah. Why was that?
No sé, güey.
You just
Maybe-
wanted something little different, like,
No, it wasn't even that, because I would sell tacos de carnitas too.
okay.
Pero a mí me llamaba la atención el asada al carbón, bro.
That's just bomb.
So
Yeah.
that's what it was. You just
So-
felt like the meat, like, you know, todo,
Simón.
just the process, right? Like the whole.
Simon, I was fucking stoked by the way Tijuana would do their tacos, way. It was different than LA. So, I was getting clientela, way. At 18, I was like, oh shit, like I was cracking.
Yeah.
And then fucking boom, me caí la ciudad, way. They took my car, and then fucking that I stopped selling on the así tacos así, but you know the carnitas never stopped working with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just like, at the moment, I was trying to test myself too. Like, damn, let me see if I could do this Tijuana thing right here. And yeah, bro, it was popping. I had my homie right there doing handmade tortillas, way. That shit was good. That shit was cracking. That was one of my first fucking.
¿Y por qué paró?
Me quitaron el carrito.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Because
right.
a restaurant from down the street called us the city way. They came,
Yeah.
they took my car,
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck it. I got discouraged, bro.
How many times did you guys have the right there on by Wabash Park? El restaurant.
It was.
Because you guys rented it twice or no?
It was one time.
Only one time?
Simon.
Oh, okay.
We had it. I want to say from 2007 way to like 2009 or around there.
Oh, okay.
Nomás duró 2 years. I mean, it's because
It was hot right there too, though.
yeah, it's like we tried to pick that corner up, pero está cabrón, güey. Cuando una corner está salada,
Ni el Green Burrito duró,
está
you know?
cabrón, yeah, bro.
Remember Green Burrito was right there
And
in the corner?
you know which spot it is? You've probably seen it. It's called Shiotsu or Shiotsu. They're a Oaxacan infused with it's Oaxaca infused with no me acuerdo con qué, güey, but it's right there in Boyle Heights. And recently they came out on LA Taco with like a big article.
In front of the park?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
I haven't been through there, but it's right there on Wabash. And what's-
Wabash and Forest,
Forest.
Yeah. right in the corner.
Oh, but you're from here, huh? He's from.
Yeah.
You're not familiar with Boyle Heights, huh? Not too
I
familiar.
mean, I mean, shit. When I was doing the foodie thing, that I got kicked out to LA, I think I was catering first to Boyle Heights.
Oh yeah.
I mean, pero te
Yeah.
digo, it goes
Yeah.
back to like the whole memory. Like, no, I can't tell
No,
you
and
streets
it's,
and
it's
like,
yeah, it's way different of knowing the street
yeah,
growing up
yeah,
than knowing
yeah.
the street just passing by through there. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, correct, correct. Which, like I said, I mean, I've been everywhere. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but you know, just going back to really quick to Chewy. Yeah, you know, to add to what Billy was saying, you know, Chewy was one of those people that, you know, he never showed you his superpowers. He always wanted to show you your superpowers, right? And regardless of, because he was definitely a staple, you know, in the LA community, not only because of the coffee, because you know he you know what I'm saying, he put us on game with coffee. I mean, shit. I mean, man, you know, he would have me try like these fucking like number one, second, first, second award Mexican coffee in the world, and like he kind of opened up my palate to all that. But yeah, man, it was definitely sad to find out, and even the way that I found out, right? Like it was kind of like somebody hit me up and like, oh my, you know, so apparently somebody that went to college with them to USC. But like, you know, we had never connected. Like all three of us, it was just more he messaged and obviously me and Chewy. But yeah, he was just like, hey bro, did you hear about Chewy? And I was like, no, why? What's up? No, Chewy to bar, bro. Like, you know, did you hear? And I'm like, no, what happened? He's like, oh no, well, you know, he got in a bad car accident.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was fucking in shock, bro.
Yeah, me too. Actually, my brother texted me, and he was like, "Hey, what's Chuy's last name?" Y ya le dije Tobar. He's like, "No mames, güey, he passed away." And I was like, "Nah." And then I checked, and yeah, it was true. I hit up his sister. Um, I mean, Chef Ed, you know Chef Eddie Ruiz, Chef Eddie. You know Gabriel, el Dragón.
Oh, wait,
Dragón, Gabriel. His name's Gabriel.
el que estaba con Aguas, Lucha Agua o algo así, ¿no?
No.
Oh, no, that's Eric. Eric Terrible. El
Yeah,
Terrible,
that's
no,
Eric.
yeah.
That's Eric.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, if you see him.
Yeah.
Y luego también fueron con el dude de Pescaresca. Piscaresca, the coffee place. Piscaresca, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, they showed up and they confirmed it to me. I was like, oh man, that's fucked up, man.
Bro, to the point where I fucking text fucking Chewy, dog, like, oye,
Is this
carnalito,
real?
you good, dog?
Yeah,
Like, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
so yeah, yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, Chewy Tobar.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to their family. Prayers to you guys, man. Our hearts are still with you guys. You know, anything that you guys need that I can help with, you know, my hands, you know, are
Aquí estamos a su
les
servicio.
brindo mi mano, you know what I mean? Like, and that goes to everybody that I've lost, bro. Like, Tita's family, like, whatever I can do, like, I'm here. My homie Mario, everybody, like, in his family, I'm here, you know, like, I disconnected myself, gacho, and, like, a lot of the people that, you know, I don't know, bro. I just couldn't fucking deal with that shit.
No, you do know.
No, I mean, I do, but at the moment,
at the end of the day, right, like, we got to take care of ourselves.
Simon.
Like, nobody's going to be, you know, nobody's going to have our best interest but ourselves. And that's I was just telling your son, right, like, no, your dad's living his life. You're living your life.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we met in the middle. But at the end of the day, it's like, I got to make sure that I'm right to be able to give the best version of myself to everybody.
Absolutely, 100%.
So you do know.
100%. Yeah, it's just at the time I was like very cloudy, bro. Like even my primo will tell you, like it's crazy how like everybody sees, like people see me at the restaurant, bro, and like they would be stoked to see me because of like the videos, and within me I would just be like, fuck, like instead of taking it in, I felt like just dead, bro. Like, but now, like I you know, embrace all that. You know, it's a trip, bro.
It's what's called starting to love yourself.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at right now. Like I'm you know, like it's crazy, right? Like the way that you were introducing me, I was like, fuck, like, you know, sometimes I don't know how big I've gotten.
And
right?
that was a
Like,
freestyle, by the way. That was freestyle straight off the dome.
Take boys.
Hey,
no, yeah, so sometimes it's been difficult for me to understand like how far I've gotten. I don't know if it's sometimes my therapist tell me that it's childhood trauma that, and I do remember sometimes my dad, if I wouldn't do certain things, he'd like pinche huevón y esto y lo otro, and that could be a part of like maybe me not being able to accept how far I've gotten, because people are like, dude, you're fucking famous, you're this and that, and I'm like, I don't see that shit.
yeah,
But like I said, like it gets to a point where like we grow, we mature, we get wiser, and it's like, oh no, like I'm a fucking badass dog. Like how many fucking what I'm saying, like, and I don't know like how much the story do you know of me, but like I said, I didn't ask for this. God, I felt like God placed it in my lap, and I ran with it, and I was supporting small businesses, till 2024, because I got burned out. I'm human, right? But I've been supporting all these businesses, fucking struggling myself.
yeah.
I would stop to places, and they would, sometimes they would, I mean, I not thinking that, oh shit, they're gonna want me to pay or whatever.
And you know what I respect about you, bro? That and I'm not gonna say any names, but this motherfucker is pretty popular, dog. And but what I'm saying is, what I respect about you is that when you came, like you never came on some dumb shit of like, oh, but by the way, bro, like I charge this much. Like I fuck with people, bro, that are sincere. Like I'm gonna tell you one example.
Tell him.
This motherfucker, bro, like this motherfucker, dog, like we were not popping, but like we were open. Like I was working, dog. So this fool shows up and he fucking makes a video way, and then he wraps it up, and like a week or two later he comes by. And he's like, "Oh, bro, by the way, remember the video? Like I take donations," and I was like, "What the fuck, bro? Like you came, and you asked me if it was cool to make a video, and like." One thing about me, I don't think I'm the shit, bro. If you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you, and respect. I respect everyone, bro. But when you come on some bullshit like that way, I was like, no mames, este vato que pedo.
It's so funny because it seems like it's somebody that I might have come across, and it's so funny because when I got kicked out to LA, right, like I was getting, even at 1,000 followers, bro, like people were like embracing me, like. Like, oh shit, the hood food is here. Like, my feet are shaking, and I'm like, why? Like, I'm just here to shoot the shit and eat some tacos, right? Yeah. And yeah, so when I got kicked out to LA, I started blowing up this first restaurant, not knowing what my network was. At the end of the day, long story short, I try to involve this person, and at the end of the day, he showed me his true colors. He tried to fuck me over. He did fuck me over multiple times. And but what it was, he always envied the fact
big time, bro,
that fucking that people had genuine love for me.
Yeah, and you know what? Este güey este güey se le pegó. And again, I'm not gonna say name, but somebody big came to my parents' house, bro. Y de chicle, güey, se le pegó, dog.
Oh, I know. I think I knew you talking
pinche chicle, güey. Y that's when he blew up. And the only reason I allowed it is because it was... I fucked up. Yeah, fuck it.
Mira, for me, it was more, I can take the motherfucking punches, dog.
Yeah.
Right? But for me to find out, because the streets talk to me, dog. They know they can come to me. Right, and I could care. He probably fucked me over a couple times. He to this day, I hear that he's still talking shit. But for me, it was the fact the fact that he was fucking. He's been fucking our own people. Oh no, I know the dude, but I don't know the dude.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think we've given him enough energy. I don't think what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that's and just. To bring it back, you brought up therapy. A lot of us are we're first generation Mexican Americans. Some of them are still Mexicans. Um,
Hey,
and it takes a while.
your parents are Mexican, right?
Yeah,
My parents are Mexican. That
yeah.
makes me Mexican, dog.
I'm Mexican too. I was born in Mexico.
Well, see, since I was born here
You're first
by by
generation, right?
by Mexican parents, but I was raised in Mexico for half of my life. I mean, honestly, the way that I look at it, because just even traumas, right? Like even coming back from León, Guanajuato, right? Like we ended up when we ended up in a position where like we had to stay with cousins que no hablaban español.
See, güey.
And I couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
So my own fucking people were bullying me,
Yeah.
right? So I have this thing where like, okay, yeah, I'm American, but my heart's with fucking Mexico, dog.
Hey,
Like,
cuando yo iba con mis, well, they would look at me like, "Fuck this motherfucker," dog.
exactly.
And I would be like, "Hey, that's fucked up," you know. And well, I understand Spanish and everything, fool. Like I knew how to speak it and everything. Pero me agüitaba, güey, because they would make me feel like, "Damn, I guess they way like fuck this guy."
But yeah, the therapy thing,
yeah,
kind
so-
of like it's for us. It's kind of like it's hard to say, oh fuck, why am I gonna pay fucking somebody, say $400 a session to fucking me, like hear me talk my fucking deepest fucking
Yeah.
secrets and shit. Um, I've gone through some shit similar to on the addiction wise to you. Um, and I've tried a little bit of therapy. When I got out of the hospital and stuff like that, they provided a couple of sessions, and it made me kind of like open up and say, like I think I'm a believer in therapy now. You know what I mean? But I wasn't before. But I think it's very important, and now that you brought it up, and maybe you can share a little bit how it's been helping you out.
Well, no, I was basically on the same boat, right? Like when I was lost and not present, I knew I had the potential, right? But I wasn't able to commit a lot, right? So I would get, oh shit, I'm gonna go to the therapist, I'm gonna talk to them, I'd be all hyped up and this and that, and then I don't know if it was the co-pays or I don't know what it was that I would go like maybe a session or two,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't go back. So I went through therapists, psychologists, psychologists, psychiatrists, you name it. But it goes back to as we grow, as we mature, I feel like it does help because yes, I have a significant other, right? But I think we can all relate that sometimes it's difficult to even talk to them about things because a veces te lo tiran,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like when you go to a therapist,
Yeah. It just
you know,
stays there.
there's,
Yeah.
yeah, there's no they're not biased. They're basically listening to your story.
Yeah, and it's
And-
off your chest, and it stays in the vault.
Did you guys? Sorry. Did
Yeah.
you ever try like couples therapy?
You know what? I think once.
Yeah.
I think once, but honestly, with even the whole story is crazy. Like even with my lady, bro. Like I was with somebody for 5 years. Fourth year, I met I saw my lady at a wedding, at one of my cousin's weddings in Mexicali. I saw her across the room, and I was like, "Excuse me, miss, I saw you from across the room." Like even though I was like with somebody.
Yeah.
Like I knew she was gonna be my wife 4 years into the 5-year relationship that I was previously on.
Oh, damn.
And the reason why I ended up with the previous one was that it started getting physical, and like by the third slap, I was like, okay, I know this is gonna end bad, right? Because if I react, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah. There's.
so it just so happens that like, I end up, ending my engagement because she already had the ring and everything.
Did you get it
Right?
back? Did you get it back?
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, right? So yeah, that's the year after in October, I ended it with her. I went. So normally in Mexicali we have like a New Year's party, and like the whole party shows up, and I knew she was gonna be there, right? I knew she was gonna be there, so I was like, you know what? Fucking, I cut it with this one. I fucking told the whole family, hey, I'm gonna go all GQ'd out. I reconnected with her that January. She lived in Mexicali, So I would go visit her for like once or twice a month, and by July 1st, this past this past July
Uh-huh.
1st was 19 years,
Oh shit! Congratulations.
and I feel like I found my soulmate.
Soulmate.
So it just with our relationship, yeah, fucking no relationship is perfect, right? But I feel like we get over shit really quick.
Yeah.
Like we're really like best friends. Like we support each other. Like I support her in her career. She's been my fucking sugar
think-
mama with this shit,
I
right? Like
think that's very healthy to be able to like get things like over with quick.
it is no, it's just a ball of like because like you said, right? Like I put for my community. Like she's a chingona what she does, right? Like she takes care of people. Si necesitan, if they need help with their papeles or she elevates people
Yeah.
too, right? So when you bring those two together, right?
That's the power
And like
couple, bro.
exactly, right? Because then you got the kids that are like I have a high functioning autistic child that is inspiring his community because the dude can do like he can create Disney style animations at 16 years old, right? I got a 9-year-old that's a little Doogie Howser MD that he be using big words and I'm like, hey, slow down, Canelli. That's too big of a word for me, dad. Like but he's already in the they want him in the gifted program, things like that, and I feel like I know we were talking earlier the whole how to parent a child, but at the end of the day, there is no blueprint.
Right.
We have to work with what we got to hope that we give them enough tools for them to at least live a happy life,
Yeah.
right? Because I think money, yes, it's a necessity, right? But I can tell you that I'm not rich, but I'm rich.
Yeah. I hear you on that.
Yeah. Those are strong. Those are big words.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I find myself in my car with my kids singing along, bro,
Oh,
like
that's like one of the best fucking feelings.
like
you can,
I catch myself like, damn, I'm really here right now.
yeah.
Like I'm really with my kids in my truck when
Yeah. See, sometimes we dwell on the negative stuff that we have that happens to us on daily basis, right? But for every single for every single bad thing that you might run into or anything throughout the day, there's hundreds of good things that have been happening to you that we don't even fucking like
Stop to acknowledge.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge it.
And-
Getting up, like for example, I'll let you talk right now. I'm sorry. Like we're talking about experiences. I woke up yesterday. I had my son at the house because I'm always worried about my son because he goes to his grandma in Boyle Heights. It stays there and everything. But I was like, I woke up next to my wife. My son is asleep. My dog's very important to us. I got my dog. Like right now, things are perfect.
like that's
That's perfect. Like I
Yeah.
cannot say anything else but perfect.
good,
You know?
bro.
You're
Yeah.
rich.
That's a blessing because we always ask for that.
Yeah.
Like me and him, we always talk, bro. Like, hey, how are things at home? Like, oh, whatever, whatever the situation is, whether it's rocky or whether it's good, I let him like know how I feel in that moment because I'll go. He'll literally tell me like, nah, fool, like relax, you know, just let it go. So he's that voice I want to hear. You know what I mean? And then my day goes by smooth, bro. Like it's crazy.
It's funny that not knowingly I became leader, a mentor, right? And I feel like what you guys are talking about, like I find that a lot of people come to me, and there's a lot of lost souls out there,
Oh man.
right? And it's always good, like to have a strong support system, and that's basically right now that's the circle, right? Like because not everybody's gonna allow you in, right? But the ones that do, it's like like it's so funny because like things that I've experienced, I relate to them, and it's like not to go to use the same blueprint, but to kind of make sure that they have something to go off of, and only to find out that like these people are succeeding, right? And it goes to that, like sometimes when a lot of us go through mental health. Sometimes we know it, sometimes we don't, right?
Right.
But I can easily be like, oh yeah, bro, like if you feel it, just give me a call, blah blah blah. When I'm fucking depressed, bro, that's the last fucking thing that I'm thinking about reaching out to people,
Yeah,
Right.
most
right?
def.
Yeah.
But
Especially men though. You know,
Yeah, cause we
because we tend to hold all our shit in, and since we kind of like when we got kind of we hooked up again, and we were talking about sobriety, and I had relapsed, but then we kind of said, you know what, if we're gonna fucking hold each other accountable, then we have to be real. Then if I ask you, hey fool, you been sober? I want an honest answer, because at the end of the day, you know,
at first, I would lie to him, bro, and I would like, and he knows it too. He would even tell me like, "Fool, you would tell me," because I would tell him I'll be sober, and he would tell me like, "Fool, I could just see it in your fucking eyes, like you're not, you know."
yeah,
Y
and see,
me daba agüite.
that's where I was going at, right? Like it's the whole communication, right? Like even when I build relationships with people that want to do they want to do projects that que me llegan y todo, right? Like I'm real with them. Look, the more you communicate, the the longer the relationship's gonna last.
Simón.
And I'm not talking about like just business wise.
Yeah.
No, I need to fucking know where your mental health state is at. I need to know if your fucking marriage is going fucking right. Like I need to know, because at the end of the day, I know you might be afraid of putting that out there, but we can I can help you. You know what I'm saying? We can help each other,
Yeah.
right? So, and I feel like that's I definitely got it. I want to say that's. I feel like more and more like
And
it's
that's what I was going to like. Why I have love and respect for you, because you never showed interest of like gaining something by going to my mom's house. Like the videos you made were like uh to put us on the map. Obviously, I know how things go. Like, and that's what it, today for you, tomorrow for me. You get me? Like that's how I work, bro. Like you help me out today, tomorrow I got you, my boy. You know.
no.
Y no mucha gente, güey. Like hay un chingo de gente que they're famous and popular popping like when they don't deserve that platform. When there's people that really are about the people and should be on that platform, and like they're not up there because of fucking these base head ass who don't even know how to fucking like, sí, güey, se la llevan pasando de, pero güey, you could tell the fakeness through the camera, dog.
You,
Like, no mames.
you know what I
And I hate to give light to that shit, bro, but it's just in the food industry. Like, I take pride on what, like, on food, bro. Like, I go to, a mí me gusta, güey, ver familias que tienen recetas de años, güey, pero, fuck, I don't know how, I'm going off topic, but I
no,
just
I think
fucking,
yeah. No, I mean
let
for
it
me
out, let it out.
no, yeah, for me I think it got to the point where like when somebody told me everybody makes salsa, but nobody makes salsa like you. I think that there was a transition for me where I used to compare myself to people, right? Like I used to be like, what the fuck did that motherfucker? If people know the motherfucker. Like they know his intentions, right? Right? But then I was like, you know what? Like, why the fuck am I worrying about other people?
Simón.
Like, why am I fucking giving energy to energy that doesn't even deserve it? Why don't I use that energy to the people that do deserve it, right? So then that's when it was just kind of like, like just focus and like you said, right? And I preach about it again. I didn't look to be the hood foodie.
And Trip, one of the things that I've been thinking about this too, like we've been talking about going to like different taco spots and helping, because that I'm about my people too, bro. I if I could use our platform, whatever I have going on or we have going on
Yeah.
in the Carnitas and Momo page, like help out other businesses grow too. So we're thinking about hitting like food spots and shit like that, and I mean, we're looking for a third host. But it's always fun. I love food, all kinds of food. So I think it'll be a fun thing to do and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're asking me, bro, I think it would be exciting too for me because, like I said, right, like growing up, I was such a picky eater. I don't know how to cook, and it's been difficult to keep up in this game. But because of the principles and morals that my parents instilled in me, when people started like feeding me that you can tell they fucking put love into this shit, right? Like it was only right for me to be like, they would ask me, oh, how do you want to serve? You serve it to me the way you want to serve it to me,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, to this day, right? Like like I try the food and it's opened up my palate. Antes no te comía mariscos, and now I love scallops, lobster, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think that would be kind of like a dope kind of take where like I'm actually trying, new for like uh, the stuff that I'm not normally like eating.
Have you ever had Have you gone to Holbox?
Horrible.
It's right there in El Mercado Las Palomas by the DMV in downtown.
No, I don't think so.
Bro, you need to try it. Tienen un aguachile de callo de hacha. Fire, bro.
Damn.
Fire. The chef there, fucking badass chef, bro. Badass chef. I think they got a Michelin star.
Damn.
recently.
Is that one of the first one of the LA restaurants that got a
Yeah.
Michelin?
Yeah.
Damn.
He also has the restaurant Chichen Itza, and they sell the panuchos.
Chichen
It's right there in the same building. It's by USC, bro. We can even that's what I tell this fool. Like, there's so many spots, bro, that we can hit up. Like, the cool thing is that like we know the chefs that I can hit up beforehand. And with their permission, we can go to the kitchen and get that on film. I'd love to do that, bro, because that's one thing I love food, bro. That's my I feel like that's my calling, and that's what I'm sticking to for the rest of my fucking life. So why not get it on video?
Oh, shit.
Like we have Chef West, and I've been hitting him. You know Chef West Avila? He was the owner of Guerrilla Tacos.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, he's not.
What is it? The sweet potato taco?
Simon.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I made sure that I was like, that's a
that
badass
taco's
taco.
fucking fire, bro.
Because it's not protein, right? It was like like vegetarian, I think. Algo así.
Simon. It was like feta cheese, cotija, fucking sour cream, onion. Y luego they would fucking pop their own corn and shit, and then it's the sweet potato, fire, bro.
No, that shit was fire.
That's next level, and that Chewy took me to his spot too.
Yeah. Well, no, everybody was connected. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm
Chewy
saying?
hit me up
Yeah,
one
yeah.
day. He's like, "Hey, fool, you around?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I want to take you to this." And this time they had their food truck out in it's a
That
coffee
wine spot, no? Was it
a coffee spot
Okay,
in
okay.
West LA, and we went, and then I met Chef West. He had his truck. That fool's fucking cool as fuck, bro. That's one person I do admire. Like whenever I needed to see somebody that was stepping up their game in LA, that was the person that I was looking at. Like, I would go to their page, I would see like his swag, and then I was like, fuck, I want to learn that swag to bring it to the carnitas,
Yeah.
like being detailed of the flavors, and just bringing out the bomb fucking tacos that we have, and like the pictures matching the food quality, and like all that he was bringing to the table at the time. He was the person I was looking at, bro. So shout out to Chef West. Like I learned a lot from him just by even seeing his page. I learned a lot, like taking honor in the kitchen, working with different chiles, making. I learned a lot from that fool. He might not know that, but
Well, now he does.
Yeah, now he does. But that's another person we can go. Hopefully, he lets us record at his. It's called the Mexico. Is it Mexico? Steakhouse.
Okay, okay. Because I know he had a torta spot too, no?
Simon. That one was Angry Egret Dine in K Town, and then he shut that one down. Tiene dos restaurants, wait. Se me olvidó el otro name, but one's Mexico Steakhouse, and the other one it's like es el estilo de la punta de ahí, de México, güey. Fuck, what's the Riviera Maya style restaurant in Hollywood. Um, so yeah, that's another chef I could possibly hit up. I can incorporate some art. The homie Sergio, there's a lot of things we've talked, and I've just we've put things for pause. I mean, me because my son was born, and my helping my wife, and then prior to that, like just busy way, like just. But I want to get back in the game, and I mean, fuck, bro, we have a lot of things on the table that we want to, just do and shit. But yeah, man, I'm excited and shit.
No, I think that. I mean, I know you mentioned it in the past, and I was like, I get excited because that's me, right? Like earlier today, one of my boys met me up to eat some cheesesteaks over here, a couple blocks away, and it's somebody that I had featured in the past, right?
Yeah.
So, I told him, I'm like, hey, bro, just to let you know, like, not a lot of people get to experience, what rolling with the hood footy is, because he was experienced how good they were taking care of us, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so as we were having the conversation, I was shooting the shit with the, with the owners, and, they were fucking giving us free mozzarella sticks to try and this and that, and right after all that, I told my boy, I'm like, you see, this is the shit that people need to see. The organic shit. The people haven't seen the behind the scenes of the hood foodie. They've only seen the front of the personality.
Yeah.
But people, like I said, when I show up to places and people are like, oh my God, like, my feet are shaking, and then I'm like, I'm just here to, I'm saying, shoot the shit and eat some tacos, right? Or I think one of the craziest experience was one day, we went to a pop-up and empty-handed, bro, empty. Me, my wife, my kids, we go in there. As soon as somebody finds out, like, oh, shit, the hood foodie's here, right? We start making our way out. I shit you not. I fucking filled my trunk with shit that people were just like, hey, hood foodie, try this, try that. Oh, shit, look at my merch, da.
That's your heart. That's, you go to different businesses, you put your heart and that's your good deed responding back. That's the universe telling you, like, hey, bro, like.
So you see that's why I don't compare myself to anybody no more, because as much as they want to fucking try to be me, like, there's only one me.
Yeah.
They can never be me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so oh no, and bro, like, in this fucking, people don't know, bro, like, the shit that I've gone through in this industry, and I'm talking about people pinche con like 20 plus restaurants.
Yeah.
For some reason they don't like me, and it's like, what the fuck, like, and I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Right? But then that just tells me, like,
fuck
hey, I guess my light is too bright for them.
Yeah.
But
bro.
that's not my pedo.
Yeah.
That's on them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep. I don't stop.
Yeah.
So no, yeah. I going back to the conversation, is like, my intention was never to be like, like I never intended to do anything with this brand. It was just, at the time, I came out of my rock bottom, and what was medicated, I took, medication, and fucking, I took the medication, and 5 milligrams, fucking, like I said, depression, suicide, everything in the box hit me, right? And then once Instagram started, that I started, like, featuring small businesses, like, I started realizing that the love that the people were giving me was medicating me.
Yeah.
At that point, I didn't need the medication.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it for an intent, like, and I didn't have no intentions. To this day, bro, like, I keep trying to blow up, and it's not even for me.
Yeah.
is to see how many more people I can help out without hesitation.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm human. I know people haven't seen me in the streets a lot right now, but you know what I'm saying. When I get it, right? I get it. People didn't ask for this shit either,
Yeah.
right? It came from me, and I understand that. But I hope people can understand that, like, I did this shit, bringing my family along with me for the past 10 years, nothing to show for. And this year, 2025, I said, you know what? I need to start concentrating on the brand, start loving myself, so I can give the best version of myself to people.
And I think, like, I don't think you should say nothing to show for, because
You're right. You're right.
clearly,
You're right. You're
like,
right. You're right. That was the wrong.
well, maybe at the time you were kind of like not in the right space, but right now you clearly said, like, you know what, we went to this pop up, and then my truck was filled with. So obviously, bro, like, you're doing something good for people. You get me? Like, whatever you're bringing to the table, obviously by the people gifting. I'm not saying that they have
No,
to,
no. Like I said,
but I
like,
think that you're blessed. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm rich. I'm rich. What is it? I'm not rich, but I'm rich.
yeah,
Right? Like I think one of the formulas too with life is like, when we go through darkness, it's like we always got to remind ourselves it couldn't be worse.
my word for today when I read the book, um, so this man is sitting out in his like in his field and shit, and he was trying to rip off the weeds on dry grass, right? So then he sees a cloud from far away, comes over his fucking fields, softens up the dirt to fucking pa sacar el zacate. So it's like how you just said earlier, like, dark times will come, but then how he said earlier, también como viene la oscuridad, también viene la luz. And I always hold on to that, porque it's true. It's true. Siempre que estás en un aprieto, güey, I always just leave it in God's hands and just help me out this time, and boom, way. I'm not gonna lie. And this day, bro, apenas teníamos mi niña, la más grande, Juliet. She was born, and me and my girl had barely moved in. At that time, I had left my job to fully dedicate myself full time to the business. Entonces, ese día, güey, it was the 30th. I had to pay rent on Monday. Nomás tenía como 300 bolas, güey. And I was sitting in my car like, what the fuck am I doing? Sitting in my car, dog. And bro, hasta me agarré llorando, güey. Like, just praying to, like, man, dude, like, is this meant for me? Or what am I doing wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm trying to work the family business. Like, I feel like I'm going backwards, And I was just literally one-on-one conversation, bro. And I was just sitting in my car. My girl was inside the house. And then, fucking, sure enough, bro, I get a phone call. Boom. And I'm going to answer, hello? Oh, hey, is this Carnitas La Mom? I'm like, yeah. Hey, sorry to bother you this late, but it's kind of an emergency. Could you cater for 150 people tomorrow? And I was like,
Damn.
fool, me agarré llorando más por el gusto. I was like, yes, like, how many people, what time you need me to be there? Bro, I ended up making the money for my rent and some. Like, I took my family out to eat right after I was done catering with a smile on my face, bro. Like, just thanking God, like, damn, bro, like, you really do exist, and you really, like, this is my calling. Like,
No, and like I said, right, for me, I didn't word it correctly, like, meaning, like, I don't have nothing to show for, meaning, like, I want to make sure that I leave something for my family.
of
right?
course.
Certifying restaurants, creating dishes with the people I was helping support, radio interviews with KCRW, podcasts, McDonald's, Carl's Jr., Panda Express, Don Julio, Gordon Ramsay, I mean, just things that I would have never in my life expected to experience,
Of
right?
course.
I definitely got to give credit, because as yes, there was difficult times, but that comes with the territory.
Yeah, for sure.
Like there's that's gonna come with it to our last breath. But don't get me wrong, man. Like I said, the relationships that I was able to build with people, like from the abuelitas cooking canitas at their house to the CFOs of the biggest brands in the world and everything in between. Like you know what I'm saying? One day I found myself, like talking to the daughters of the founders of Carl's Jr. and I'm
Oh shit.
like, how did this happen? Like
So you worked with them?
so they had invited me to the 80th birthday celebration. I think it was out like down. I don't know. I don't want to say Inland Empire, but it was down there.
I love me some Carl's Jr. dog, a double western with extra
Oh, come
onion.
on, dog.
Come on, perrito.
Oh no, yeah, that was double Western bacon cheeseburger with crisp cut fries.
Extra onion. Extra onion.
Oh no, yeah. So yeah, what they had reached out to invite us to the birthday party. So obviamente like all the daughters, all the nephew, and the whole family was there.
Simon.
So I was in my hustle, era, fucking passing out cards and this and that. And it was funny because that was the first time that LAFC had invited me to the stadium.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So it was funny because I get to LA to BMO. No, at the time it was Bank of
Oh yeah, Bank of the West. No.
no Bank something America no. But yeah. So
Cuando recién estaba abierto, like.
exactly. Yeah, because they reached out when it was like barely the first year. Y
So
todo
you
eso.
did the whole like the VIP and all that stuff, como
Bro.
yeah.
Come on,
Como
bro.
ahorita ya, like I've seen like Duno be going, that Food Concrete. Do you know any of them fools?
I've been in the game for years.
So you sí conoces?
Oh
esos
no,
güeyes?
I've come across him. I've definitely all of them. Well, I used to I was in acting class with Bernice's program from the streets to the sets. So even people would like see me on camera like, oh shit, like we get bookings for shows and
So you actually went to school for acting and shit.
it was short lived. Let's say that.
I mean that's where like I mean.
Well, just to sum it up, I ended up coming out in this full second season, like my 3 seconds of fame as a fucking Cholo server, like in the background, like
This fool, it was a show?
yeah. You guys didn't see this fool?
No.
This fool on Hulu? Con el
La neta, güey,
con el
yo te voy a
Cholo
ser
fe.
Yo te voy a ser sincero, güey, I hardly watch TV.
But I've never seen it.
Okay, well, yeah, I was in the second season for like seconds.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. So no, yeah. So yeah, even with that, like people were like,
Is that the fool with the fool Venegas?
Venegas?
Fuck, that's the homie.
Acuérdate, like with me with names, like I'm more visual. But
It'll come back to me.
yeah, but so yeah, I mean, it's been crazy. Like I've gotten commercials with Stella Rosa, but no, yeah, like I let's just say that in LA, like everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like you could be a foodie, but you're fucking connected to fucking media, fucking de todo, hay de todo, right? But yeah, I was definitely one of the first, to be reached out to, for the games to kind of push it, this and that. I know I was that's one of the places that were my network. You know what I'm saying? Like because I was always invited to the Sunset, and the Sunset was basically like all everybody that was the it crowd. After the games, they went up there and everybody networked. Everybody kind of got to know each other. So te conocía un chingo de gente, right? But like I said, sometimes like the way that I operate is that I extend my hand to every single person.
Yeah.
And it's up to them to do what they want with it, right? Because like I said, at the end of the day, like you don't want to use up your energy. Like you extend your hand. If they rock with you, they rock with you. If not,
yeah, I know a few people, bro, that have come by the carnitas and I'm not there, and like they'll send like they'll be like, oh, I'm here, and then I'll try to catch up with them, and another time, like it's just
You know, it's so funny. Like
crazy.
it's funny you say that because I get so many people hitting me up, and like I said, sometimes I'm like, who am I, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it's I'm 23,000 followers, whatever. Like, but I there
That's
is.
actually a pretty good, a good
Well, hey, tell that to the sponsors, dog. They want the numbers.
hey, sponsor should have, hey,
What?
we got
But
the
don't,
homie right
but
here.
don't get me wrong. Like one of the things that like going back to how beautiful this journey has been. Like
Yeah.
I've been able to work with like I want to say like 40 or the 50 of the biggest brands. And once again, I just had a conversation with somebody. It's like, you know what, fool? Like, you're the first foodie that I've ever known, and it seems like you're the only foodie that has worked with so many people.
Not only that, but I see that you do a lot of for the community, bro. Like I remember, I think it was during COVID, you were helping people at the hospital, or you were giving out food at the hospital.
So that was when I was sponsored with McDonald's Southern California division.
That's one of the. I was like, all right, I see my boy. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's legit, bro.
And okay, so the story with that was that I got COVID, right?
I got COVID too.
Yeah,
You got COVID?
I got it.
Yeah.
but okay, so my shit was like my oxygen levels were at 63.
Or if you're diabetic, bro, I heard some fucked
Oh
up
no,
shit.
wouldn't trip out on this. My oxygen levels were at 63, blood clogs, irregular heartbeat, infections, to the point that I got to the hospital, and the doctor was like, "Damn, Canelito, you're still here," right? So I'm admitted. I go through the process, and then this is how the whole God, Diosito, how crazy he works. They're rolling me out. After COVID, and I tell the nurse, I said, "Don't ever forget the name, the Hood Foodie."
Oh
And
shit.
she's like, "Who?" And I was like,
Hood foodie.
"Just remember the name, the Hood Foodie, because I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna take care of you guys, how you took care of me,
Okay.
right?" A week later, bro, my McDonald's rep at the time she reaches out to me, and she's like, "Hey, Alexander, we would love to, support the community. You did this and that. Like, do you know any frontline workers or health
Yeah, yeah.
care workers?" And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Really?"
That's like God saying, like, "Hey, bro, don't trip. I got you."
Exactly. So what happens? Through my sponsorship with McDonald's, I was able to feed 100. Uh, I was able to feed 100 employees at Providence Cedar Sinai in the city of Tarzana through my sponsorship with McDonald's.
Correct.
So with some of these sponsorships, I was able to be the Robin Hood where like I would take and give it back, and like one of my rest in peace, my boy Baca. He always believed in me, and he one time he's like, "Hey, bro, like I'm working with the youth. I wonder if you can kind of help me out with some things." And yeah, I reached out to McDonald's and, "Hey, you know what, my boy, he can we do something for him?"
Yeah.
And she ended up giving me like I want to say 100 like meals, McDonald's meals, so he was able to give out to whoever he was gonna give it to.
That's tight, bro. And you still have that connection with McDonald's?
No, so they.
Huh.
Oh no, but
No. Because I was going to some serious, like a serious question.
I mean, so the story behind that, I feel. So they reached out to me at 3,000 followings. They said, "Hey, bro, like we see something in you." I was sponsored 5 years with them, and I'm telling you, I was getting shit like, I was one of the few that was getting like exclusive shit. I'm talking about like, men's facial kit, McRib, special edition.
Nice.
Only like 5 people in the whole Southern California division got it, and I was
Yeah.
one of them. Like top of shit, right?
Yeah.
Advanced y todo eso. But yeah, I feel like they did kind of like a overhaul.
Yeah.
So once my rep left, it was kind of like, but
Oh,
you know,
okay.
but hey, like it was an amazing experience. Like I got to meet a lot of people, a lot of networking. But no, we're definitely working right now. I'm working towards, changing it up, like trying to see what we can do with the brand. I'm getting you know, I've been doing this by myself, and I tell people, right, like, you know, people see it. They're like, okay, like I have never reached out to these people. They're coming to me. What am I doing wrong? I need that guidance so we can put the dots together.
Yeah.
Because once we do,
Yeah.
it's game over.
Yeah. For sure, bro.
So
I
that
believe
so,
that.
so to answer your question, maybe not now, but hopefully in the
No, the
future.
reason I ask is because well, Carnitas El Momo works. I can't really speak on it,
Yeah.
but it's we work with the youth, with the ones that are incarcerated, and we what we do is we close down the restaurant, and they bring a few selected juveniles, or kids,
Yeah.
and we teach them the whole process of the carnitas to fucking chopping onion,
That's dope.
doing tacos, taking orders. Like
Yeah.
we literally have one of the kids taking the order, and the people ordering is puro. It's a lot of the officers, probation officers, and they get in line, they order, and then we have a kid chopping the tacos. So if there could be a connection between McDonald's and that program,
Yeah.
like it would be badass if McDonald's can, give jobs to these kids that are, they're kids. Everybody makes fucking bad choices at points, but when you see these kids, they come to the restaurant, bro, like como entusiasmados, way, like all right, like I'm learning something, because now they have programs, they have culinary programs in the juvenile system now, and what they're doing is they're creating these programs in different juvenile halls, and from what my understanding is, they're gonna start doing competitions among them.
Damn.
So it's something that's
Yeah.
good, and
Productive, like yeah,
smart.
and you know, I come across a lot of stories, right? That people that come from dark past, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of the in the culinary world, right? Like a lot of people come from dark past, and they find that food is their love.
Yeah, it's because I feel like la comida no tiene frontera, güey. Like, bro, like at the restaurant, we see all kinds of races come in. Mexican, white, black, Asian, everything, bro, all across the board. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and I've gotten involved in some bullshit back then. Well, people want to change narratives and shit, but they have no fucking clue. Like, we deal with all kinds of races, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you heard with my incident. Supposedly, people were trying to say that I was racist and shit. Did you hear about that?
I remember that era. Like it was quite a few years ago. No.
Simón. But it's like, pinche gente, neta, güey, está bien. Lo que hacen just for a few likes or to get clout, like change the narrative of certain situations. That's kind of one of the reasons why, bro, like right now, I learned, like at that time, I was trying to stand up for the raza, and by the raza way, I got fucking shitted on. Like, ain't that some shit? Porque I don't know if you remember. So when the George Floyd thing happened, in the hood, on the other side, on the other street of my mom's house, the LAPD beat up one of my homies, bro.
Okay.
Right. So it was around like a week between, right?
It was around that same time.
Simon.
Yeah.
So, I created a post kind of saying, like, we should be here for each other. Like, también a la raza nos está pasando, güey. Like, and we're not giving it the light, and then that's when they hit me up, bro. They text me like, hey, like, what's going on? I'm like, well, I think if we're stepping, we're there for them, they should be there for us too. Or like
unity, yeah.
Yeah, like we're not protesting for the homie. He raza. You know what they told me? Oh, it's because it's not our time, it's their time right now. And I was like, no mames, what do you mean? Like, we're raza. Like, the homie's getting fucked up. I don't know if you remember the video where el morro he's kind of like cuffed up in the back, and then the cuff just takes flight on that fool. Boom, boom, boom.
Shit, no, my memory is fucking.
Okay, so later on I'll show you, and you might
yeah.
remember. Anyway, bro, El compa, they end up booking him. He fucking I'll tell you off camera what happened with that, but it was something fucked up, bro. That we were not like they shut me down for trying to represent the Raza way, and then they got my family's business involved, and they smudged it with bullshit that wasn't even true, dog. Like that's why right now, like it sucks, but I don't want to smother my family's business name in anything political because when I was really stepping it up for the Raza way, they fucking kind of like they changed the narrative. They put the story out that they wanted to, and then a lot of people were like, when it started, some fool like he started messaging me like, yeah, bro, like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like I went to this university, blah blah blah. And my mom, in my mind, I was like, pinche vato, estás bien pendejo, güey. You went to pay the white man for a fucking degree. ¿Y qué estás haciendo, güey? You're online messaging me about some dumb shit that's going on. No mames. After that, fool, they started fucking like bombardeándome, güey. Like, God, you fucking racist. I was like, no mames. Like, this shit is weird.
No, yeah,
Like, weird ass shit, bro. So since then, I kind of don't get him. Like, yo estoy al 100 con mi raza, güey. Al 100. But and why I'm talking about this is because some of the same people that were like trying to keep me not to say nothing on that subject that I was talking about years back are now saying that it's fucked up that a lot of people that have a platform are not using it. But motherfucker, back then you were telling me to shut the fuck up, and now you're on camera saying like, "Oh, why isn't the Raza using their platforms?" Like that's kind of like, fool. Like, what's up with you, dog?
a little confusing. Could be definitely a little confusing.
And it kind of like I even told my primo like, "Hey, fool, that's fucked up, way." Porque the person que me estaba diciendo like to kick back with the Mexico and all that shit. Ahorita, way andan on TV like or on whatever, just like, oh, these businesses aren't putting. Fool, motherfucker, businesses are scared, dog.
I think we're all scared, man.
Businesses are scared to get into the political scandal because what happens, fool? They end up getting canceled, maybe over some little mistake that they might have done, and that's scary, bro, because you're now affecting the whole family. Way now you can bring your whole family down, and they don't see that, bro. So to be asking families to put like political uh posts está cabrón, way, porque you're playing with a double-edged sword.
You're damn if you do. You're damn if you don't.
Simon, and I just felt like it was fucked up the way they were expressing themselves on like yeah, está bien. Como por ejemplo, si yo voy a hablar, güey, I'm gonna put it on my personal page and not the business one because it just when it happened to me back then, bro, like damn, I felt like everything was coming down on me because people were telling me like you're fucking stupid. You're now your family's gonna suffer. And yeah, I was getting messages like that. No me agüitaba because in my mind I'm like, fuck these fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Pero sí, güey, like to the public eye, it was bad, bro. That's why políticamente, güey, I try to keep like the business like, cause at the end of the day, I mean, I work in the kitchen. That's my thing. I'm gonna put out food,
Yeah.
And let the food do the talking. That's I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Okay.
No, like I said, that definitely makes perfect sense. I mean, I mean, sometimes I'm even, like I don't like the shit that's happening, right? Like I can't. I feel like defenseless of what's going
I feel
on.
the
Like
same
like
way.
like I said, the conversation we were having, like like the whole trauma that I've had, coming to the U.S. and getting bullied by my own people and this and that, and it's like yes, I'm American, but at the end of the day, my tengo corazón mexicano,
A huevo, yeah.
right? So it's like it's like how can I utilize my platform to put them out there. But and hey, I'm human. I fucking sometimes I'm afraid of like, oh shit, am I gonna get canceled? Because I'm not the smartest, the smartest, whatever,
Shit on the tool.
yeah, exactly, exactly, right. So sometimes,
I mean, I feel you.
so, sometimes I might say something that I don't know, and it's gonna trigger people, and
Yeah.
they're gonna come after me, and then my image is shattered by
it's
fucking
weird.
somebody just trying to hate on me.
Yeah.
Why? Because it triggers them, and then obviously they don't, they want to bring me down.
Simon.
And it goes back to, when I got into the foodie game, right? Like, like that it was, there was not a lot of Latinos back in those days.
No.
It was more Caucasian, Asian, y todo esto, so I mean, at the end of the day, I got fucked over by my own people, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I didn't allow that for me to change me the way that I was gonna move with people, right? Because at the end of the day, like you said, right? Like I go, I show, I'm there to create relationships. I'm there to, make them feel like familia, like that's I'm not here to wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm at where I'm at, because people don't allow me to fail now, because of the love that they have for me.
And I feel like we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this conversation. So I don't know. I don't know if the next session you could come through, man. I mean, I feel like we left off a little too much. I know the time's running out, but I just want to quickly say a thank you. And I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
I
it's
think
all
the
good.
time,
It's all
the
good.
timing,
No, yeah, for sure.
But definitely thank you for coming through. Me and my primo Chucho are here, and it's a blessing to have you, dog. And hopefully we can do a part 2.
No,
And-
like I said, don't threaten me with the
continue.
good time.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I feel like I'm down to get into the political talk.
Honestly, I don't know that game, so it's
No, not like that. But like, just speaking my peace of mind.
Correct.
Or just having like our opinion of what's going on.
Yeah,
because I don't think none of us had really spoken about it. Like you say, a lot of people are afraid.
And it's
but
not
but,
like
but I
I'm-
think now to be honest, it's not who you voted for or anything. Now is what's right and what's wrong.
And I'm open about
Exactly.
who the fuck I voted
And
for.
if you don't see it now, like with everything he's doing, then I mean
Oh no, this
Por eso
is
yo no
this
voté
is
a la
not just
verga, güey.
this is not just a racist thing, bro. Like the dude's like
yeah,
coming for
he's
everything.
he's coming. He's trying to turn this.
Dictatorship.
Yeah, I mean I didn't want to say it, but yeah,
Yo por eso, güey,
yeah.
a la verga los Democrats y a la verga los
Todos,
Republicans,
güey,
güey. And I stand like, my jefito always told me, fuck relying on the government and just try to have your chips all the time. Porque si es neta, güey. Pero yo, la neta, no, I don't like to get in too deep into that.
No,
but
yeah.
I could give you my input as like,
Right, as a person,
No,
as a-
yeah, like I said, like I can tell you, I can speak on my truth, but then I don't want to go like outside of that, because I don't think I'll be able to manage with the
No way, you
conversation.
don't
But
have
but
to-
I could always, like I said, I can let people know
Surface
where I'm
touch.
coming from.
Yeah.
right,
You know what
right.
I'm saying? Like that was the way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we definitely need a part 2. Like we say, we could probably, schedule something in the next few weeks or so.
For sure.
Wait, is this the taco crawl or is this the
We have to come up with
a route?
a route. And it will be legit, bro. Legit route.
Hey, just FYI, Chewy did take me to a taco crawl in Tijuana.
Oh, we'll have to match that, bro.
Well, you guys
And
are gonna have
Did
to
you ever
answer.
go to? Did he
Hey.
take you to Tacos Los Araña
I think so.
in
So.
Rosarito?
Dude, we llegamos a Tijuana, Ensenada, Rosarito. No, he took me like octopus, fucking. Hasta he knew that I love Caesar salad,
Oh, okay,
so he took me to Javier Plasencia's restaurant.
in Valle.
No, Tijuana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. Fuck, but no, I'm definitely game for a part 2. Like I said, I'm here, man. I'm here. And like I was telling, like we were talking earlier, like, we put these platforms together to, to inspire, right? Like all it takes is to inspire one person. So
Simon.
I hope we were able to be relatable to people and make people understand that they're not alone and like if you're going through shit, reach out to people, right? I know sometimes that's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, like there is people that what I'm saying that are there for you, like whether we like it or not. One of the things is you gotta surround yourself, with those people that love you for who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you're gonna feel that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, yeah. I mean that's how I roll, right?
It feels like it's okay. You can be yourself.
Don't force it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
All
But
right.
hell yeah, man! Thank you for coming by and
I appreciate
showing some love. And I guess we'll be having part 2.
Yeah.
Uh,
You have any plugs? Anything you want to plug?
shout-
Your social media. Obviously, we're gonna tag it. We're gonna put it.
No, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, yeah. I mean,
anything you have going on that you might want to just like a sneak peek for the people, for your audience that are gonna watch this.
Because it's going worldwide. Dog.
2 views.
You gotta
Two-
have,
two views.
hey, fucking, gotta think big.
Hey, like I said, as long as we can inspire one person. But now, yeah. My name's Alexander Orozco, cuando como no conozco, also known as the Hood Foodie. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I got a .com. Yeah, I think that's I mean that's yeah, that's it. That's if you want to see everything, the platform where you're gonna get to see it all is gonna be Instagram.
That's right.
At the Hood Foodie.
At the Hood Foodie.
Yeah.
So, a todos, que Dios me los bendiga y me los cuide siempre. Y hasta luego. Peace. Yeah, that was sweet, man.